The fear of water, that is something that not just many children have, but also still many adults have the fear of that wet element. But what can you do to get over this fear, and specifically what can you do to get over the fear of open water swimming? I will share some tips and tricks how I got over my fear of open water swimming, and I bet these will also help you. And the last tip is a tip that I heard some pros are using. Okay, I guess most people who are endurance sport got over the fear of water by swimming in the pool. But swimming in the pool during training and then at an event having to swim in open water, yeah, that's a completely different story. But in most endurance sports events, like for example the Ironman or the Klassiker, it is necessary to swim in open water. No pool in sight. No pool. No lines on the floor. No walls. Low visibility and yeah, wildlife. A lot of things that can make you nervous. Yeah, you never needed to hold on to the edge of the pool, but the edge was there. So I was scared of open water swimming, and here's how I got over that. To be honest, my problem is not the wildlife or the fishes, because yeah, in the lake or the river that I'm gonna swim into, yeah, there are gonna be fishes. They're not gonna eat me. And if they're planning on touching my feet, yeah, what harm should they do? So that's not really a worry, but in the ocean, that's a different story. So I can understand if you're worried there. My fears are the following. First, no wall to hold on to, the fear of drowning. Second, the sudden appearing of objects like cables, pillars or buoys. And third, the fear of being overlooked by boats, sailboats for example. And here is what I did to overcome these. First, I bought an open water swimming buoy to drag behind me. It's advertised and written onto that it's not a life-saving device, but it feels a little bit like it. Something with air that floats that you can hold onto, at least for a little bit, and it helps with visibility. It's there, it's on top of the water, it's orange and bright, people are gonna see you from the shore or from a boat. So, 2 fears crossed off. Second, I wear a bright swim cap. Also because of visibility. It's not about coolness, because that's not really look cool. And I have monotone ones, like a white one or a black one, which look much cooler, but here it's about visibility. So yeah, the bright green one is the one that I'm gonna use. And third, I wear a wetsuit. So at the Klassiker event in Vansbro, I have to swim 3 kilometers through a river, and it's not gonna be warm. More positive things about a wetsuit. It blocks pretty much the outside world away from your body. And then I just went swimming. I went to a lake that I knew the water was tested for swimming. So no weird bacteria or germs or blue algae. So nothing to worry about there. And that has a designated area for swimmers, like a big area, massive, more than I could need for open water swimming. And that tells me, yeah, there's gonna be divers around, which is sometimes also a little bit creepy, but there's not gonna be boats or sailboats or jet skis that are gonna run into me, even though I have 2 points of visibility. But yeah, good to just cross away that fear in that moment. The first time I went swimming there, I stuck pretty close to the shore because yeah, it was just about the open water swimming, the getting used to the environment, the point that yeah, visibility is almost zero. I can see my hands and that's it. And also how to learn to swim straight, because surprisingly you go all over the place. And I figured out, yeah, I have to look at a pinpoint, like a tree in the distance that I can keep my eyes on to go in that direction. But so I stuck close to shore because it was not necessary to directly go into the middle of the lake. What did I notice? I have no trouble swimming. It's swimming. If it's in the pool or in the open water, swimming is exactly the same. Nothing touches me, ever. Like probably there is even anything. So that fear might be a little bit unnecessary. I have a buoy, I have my wetsuit, and I have a cap. So everything's safe. The fear still came, and I tried to stay calm by ignoring the thoughts in my head and concentrating on my swimming. That helped. But I still have this fear of the object suddenly appearing that I swim into. But someone that I told this fear about told me, yeah, but are you worried about? You swim against something that you then break apart and fall into pieces? No, you swim against it, you touch it, you get a little bit scared, then you swim around and you continue. That everything is gonna happen, so stop being nervous. Fair point, but you know, fears are difficult. So here's the extra advice that I got that I haven't tried out myself yet. And that is listening to music while swimming. For example with this, the Open Swim Pros from Shocks. They work great, they're bone conducting, so you still have your ears free, and yeah, you can listen to music and distract yourself from your fears, from your thoughts. But why do I use them in the pool but not in the open water? I want to be able to hear what's around me. Yeah, I know boats are not allowed to go there, but if someone decides still to do it, I want to hear that it's coming. And if I have music on my ears and block my surroundings out with loud music, then I'm not going to hear it. So therefore, I was doubtful to use them in open water swimming, even though I heard this tip from a lot of pros that said, listen to music, get away from your fear. You will then ease yourself into it, and then you can put them away also, and afterwards you can swim normally and concentrate on your swimming. Yeah, I think I will do this one point, but not until now. So this is how I got over the fear of open water swimming, and I hope that these tips are going to help you too to overcome your fears, or maybe normalize them a little bit. If you like this kind of content about endurance sports, gear, healthy living, and active lifestyle, then yes, I hope this channel is something for you and you would like to follow it. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and what are your tips for overcoming the fear of open water swimming that others may benefit from? So until next time, keep chasing your endurance goals by swimming, paddling, and running.